Alright, welcome to another setup update. And I call it that because I'm not sure whether to call it a new setup video, new deck video. It's not a full brand new setup, but it's still more than just my deck. In fact, I start by the trucks, right? I'm gonna replace my bushings and pivot cups. Doing a little voiceover today. I apologize for the quality of the audio, it might not be the best, so you might hear some background noise. But yes, here we are prying out the pivot cup. My cat tried to jump onto my board, of course. Here doing the classic trick of prying it out with the screwdriver. That's the bushings, new bushings, Independent 88A soft bushings. Very bright red color, similar to that of my sweater. I decided not to use the bottom washer. And these are the pivot cups. I bought a set of 10 mini logo pivot cups, white ones, right? Popped it in very easily, no problems at all. That's the top bushing, top washer, kingpin nut, and off we go. Adjusting, tightening, loosening. And this here, you can see how it's not just loose, but it's like it wiggles, right? That's what happens. That's a sign that you should replace your pivot cups, right? Is the back truck, prying it out just like the other one. There it is. Now getting a new one, popping it in. This one took a little bit of effort, a few tries, some force, some pressure, but eventually went in. Now the bushings, and I'll say it again, I really like this Ferrari-esque shade of red, really nice. It's my cat running around. The top washer, kingpin nut, tightening. Looks good enough. Of course, we always do a little bit of loosening and tightening after a test ride, but doing it as you set up your board gives you a rough idea of how loose or tight it is. And now it's time for the fun part, the deck. But before that comes the repetitive one, which is getting the hardware out. There we go. This is independent hardware. I think it's 1 inch. And 2 more to go. And that's the last one. Now the back truck. This is Phillips type hardware, by the way. I don't have a preference for either type, but the last few sets I bought were all Phillips, so that's what I've been skating. And that's the last one. And we're left with just the deck. So thank you very much for your service, Crooked 8.25 deck. You were amazing. You really were. And now we can finally see the new deck. And here it is. It's an Anti-Hero 8.25. Very nice navy blue color, one of my favorite colors. Though it looks much darker if you look at it straight on, like in this angle, as I'm pointing at the little sticker with the size. Again, it's an 8.25, 32 inches long, which is, it's alright. I prefer like slightly shorter decks, but the good thing is the wheelbase is 14.38, so that's good. Always nice to feel the texture of a new board, very smooth. And of course, it's sticker time. I love putting some stickers on my boards. Some of the brands I'm skating at the moment, Powell, Mini Logo, also my team, Nacional, always representing the 3 best colors in the world. Cutting the overhang. And our deck is already looking much better. Much less like a product, right? I made it my own. I think that's very important. And this is the grip tape, bullet grip tape. First time skating this brand. I think all the decks that I set up ever since I got back into skating in 2021 had mob grip tape, and it's not my favorite, but it's what my preferred online skate shop sends you when you get a new board. Like they send you a free sheet of mob, right? So that's what I've been skating all this time. Sorry that the clip went out of focus, but now I'll be trying out bullet grip tape, and I'll see how that goes. My favorite is Jessup, right? I like the less grippy grip tapes. And I haven't skated Jessup in a long time, in ages. But skating, like being forced in a way to skate different brands, has helped me get better. I've noticed this. Like it has helped me get better at getting used to skating new stuff. Like usually whenever I got something new, it would take me forever to break it in. Now I feel it's a much shorter and more enjoyable process. So I think that's a really nice takeaway from all this. And it also diversifies your abilities in a way, right? You get used to different grits and different levels of grip, right? So I'm very happy with that. Here I am cutting the grip tape, folding that excess so we can use it to sand the edges. And as you can see, the clip has gotten dark. That's because the sun is almost set. And I started filming this at like 6 p.m. We're in the winter down here, so the sun sets quite early. And we're done over here. We just need to assemble everything. As soon as I turn on the lights, here we are. Now we can put the trucks back on, but first take a look at the new hardware. Again, independent, Phillips, new set. Only two differences. First, the nuts are red, right? That's something cosmetic. And then something much more functional. It's an inch and a half long. I didn't realize that when I ordered it. And that's actually a problem because my T-tool, and like the socket for the base plate nuts, is not as long, it's not as like deep, let's say, so it doesn't go all the way in. That means I can't tighten them. Like I can go like as far, maybe like 90%. So it's not very strong, very sturdy. So for this video, I kept them like that, but then I actually switched them. I switched back to the old screws, but kept the new nuts. Nothing that affects my skating in any way, shape, or form. But for now, we are done, right? That's our new deck, bushings, new pivot cups. There's just one thing, and you might have noticed from the sticker. The next day, I went back and I set up the new bearings, right? You might have seen the Reds sticker there because it got new bearings. And guess who is here? Yep, you guessed it. Now it's time to take out the old bearings. These are Bronson G2s. They lasted a long time, and they are going strong still. So I'm prying them out. They were very good bearings. I'll have them as my backup in case anything goes wrong with the new ones, though I doubt it. They're not the fanciest Bones bearings, but definitely the fanciest I've had. I've had two sets of the standard Reds before, and they were really good. So I'm very stoked on these. You can see that I'm like testing them here. They were very easy to pop in, like into the wheel. They look so classy, so elegant in that black color. And in a way, I'm more excited about this than about anything else in my setup. Like a new deck will always be the highlight, right? We can't argue that. But in proportion, these bearings, like being such an upgrade, and like, even by themselves, they stand out. Being a higher end product. So I'm very stoked on them. But our board is ready. We are ready, and it's looking great. Much better than me. I'm looking like trash in this clip. Like I look so sleepy. But anyway, let's go skate. Okay, I felt a sharp pain on my ankle, but it was not the injured ligament. It was a tendon, like the outside, and it's not as bad, but I think I should stop for today. It's a shame. It was going really well, I was confident. But yeah, the new board feels pretty good. Got used to the bearings, to the bushings, the grip tape, everything. So I will be back here on the channel very soon. Unfortunately, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you next time.